we got a different type of stream today. Ain't nothing on YouTube I really want to watch. Eating some good California burger. Supposed to be fasting. Tripping. I'm a little sleepy too. But I'm gonna be talking about trading and talk about this 30-year fucking mortgage and how people saying that capitalism is like a good thing. Well, people starting to realize that capitalism is not a good thing, but we'll talk about it right now. Let's just watch this
Different
video.
time frames and being able to cycle through time frames and know what to look for. What I like to do is basically, mostly I mark up my charts on the 1 hour or higher. Most of the times I'm marking it up on the 1 hour. And then recently, especially with the NASDAQ and US 30, I've been looking more of like 4 hour, sometimes daily. But that 1 hour time frame is definitely going to give you a lot of clarity when it comes to finding those day trades and then getting into the trade itself that same day to be able to hold for those swings that I look for. So with this being said, the 1 hour time frame, let's say we have price selling. We want price to sell under this level. What we want to do, the only time you really need to actually look for those correlations in different time frames is on the correction and the continuation. The correction and continuation should be the only time you should scale down. So let's say if we're looking at our charts, we just woke up, we're getting ready to get on the charts. The first thing we're going to do is go to the 1 hour time frame to mark out our levels. Our levels are very, very, very important. If we mark out our levels first, this gives a good idea of where all the buying and selling pressure is. So once you find out what the buying and selling pressure is or where it's at, then this helps you bring clarity and it helps you understand what you need to look for at these certain levels. So with that being said, if we're looking at the 1 hour level and we already have clarity that buyers are sitting at this level until price breaks here. So once price breaks here, this lets us know that there's no more buyers here, right? So if this is the case, we want to find that correction. So we want that correction to come and then the continuation to start. But when that continuation is starting to start, we're going to take this 1 hour time frame and we're going to scale down to that 15-minute time frame, right? So since we're going to scale down to that 15-minute time frame, what we're going to see right here, so once you're going to see this right here, you're going to see, I'm going to just do 1 hour time frame. And then we start to see price progress back up. And we'll be looking on the 15-minute time frame at this point, right? And you'll see price start to progress back up. And then what you want to see on the 15-minute.
I trade on the 15-minute timer. I ain't gonna lie, I blew my account on gold. Gold fucking sucked. Like, I ain't gonna say it sucked, but that shit was taking too much from me, bruh. But yeah.
Or even the 5-minute, is price fail to go higher. Once it fails to go higher, you want to start seeing it break those support levels that it had. And by this time, you should already see price well below this price level. So we're just going to draw it in the same area.
Now,
You're going to start seeing price go well below that level, that level that you're looking to sell price under. And the reason why you can
not only trade fucking US 30 and the NAS 100 or NASDAQ, however you want to say that shit, but yeah, because I was trading all these different currencies and shit, and shit was horrible, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And I had to ask ChatGPT like my rating for my trades. I showed the account history, and I was just doing horrible on all these other trades. And gold was my main one. It's my biggest profits, also my biggest loss too. So it's just like, you feel me? But this whole point of this video, I'm learning this ICC method just to see what it's talking about. I ain't gonna learn for too many people, probably just like 3 people, how to trade. First one I got is this guy in my city. He got the $20 membership. I'll put y'all on fucking. I probably can't find it, but it's in school. Just look up the $20 membership on Instagram. I don't got that shit no more right now. But yeah, I did that. And you feel me? I'm in his signals group chat. Yeah, bro. Trading, I'm trying to like see the upside of it because I ain't gonna lie, like I feel like bro, I can make 100 a day doing it, but I really need to study this shit because yeah, just need to understand the markets. I ain't gonna lie. But let's talk about this 50-year auto fucking. I mean this 50-year home loan and shit. My opinion on that shit is the American dream is becoming an illusion, and that's what I had said the other day because it's just like really the American dream was like never really it was like attainable back then. Like it really was, and it was like a real American dream type shit. You took pride into trying to get you feel me your house and shit like that. Not knowing that you still gonna have to pay property tax and shit like that. So like you own it to a certain degree. People, you feel me? People in that area are always gonna say, well, at least you own it though. But as soon as you pay your property taxes, somebody gonna buy that shit from you from what you owe in property taxes. So you technically don't own shit anyway. But the 30-year car loan is another thing. It's just like it's capitalism at its finest because it's just we America, bro. We are in that. I think they are trying to use it's two different things. It's bad debt and good debt. They are to the consumers. We are getting into bad debt, which is cars, houses. Cause damn, you 50 years. Who the fuck promised 50 years on this earth? Nobody. Then you gotta look at the statistics of why the fuck they probably even said 50 years because of the life expectancy now is probably bro. Gun control is outrageous right now, and you feel me. But with this AI shit, people could live longer. That's why I'm banking on. And I feel like this is like I feel like America is a subscription model. Like we all see these subscription models on like not him. He don't got a subscription model, but we see people sell shit with a subscription model. I feel like that's the same thing, just to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. Cause like 50 years, you finna pass that generational. That's like you passing generational debt now instead of passing like assets type shit. So that's how I feel about it. I think it's bullshit to be honest. I don't understand how anybody can get behind a 50-year anything. Like 50 years, you pledge your life to like you a motherfucker don't even pledge 50 years to their spouse. Like like that's bullshit. And the 30-year car loan is even bullshit. Like it's a cars come out every year, and you telling me that you gonna pledge 30 years? Like well, by the time you pay you 15 years in a car loan, 3 years in a car loan, you ready to get a new one. Unless they make a system where you can just upgrade and just keep racking in debt. You feel me? Because like that's just gonna be America, like, and that's why I'm trying to capitalize. Because if everything goes to a subscription model, I might as well get in on it too. And I was watching this podcast yesterday. This shit stuck with me. He was just like, people don't go to the doctor. Well, people go to the doctor for like for something they need. So say if they like got a headache or something, they get prescribed aspirin or something. And you feel me? When a doctor say aspirin, they just automatically gonna buy it because that's what they need. And it's the same thing like with a product. Like shit, if you start selling people what they need, you feel me? It's an easier product to market. But he broke it down in a better way. But that's just the sum of it. I was just like, damn, that's you feel me? I just gotta feel. I just gotta figure out what people need and sell that shit. But yeah, bro. It seemed like and people and the whole thing about capitalism, like this is peak capitalism. Like damn near capitalism is keeping the rich rich and the poor poor. Cause like what we think like entrepreneurs, they think since they got a piece of the pie, it's not bad no more. Like it's still fucking bad. Like you just happen to benefit because to capitalism to for capitalism to work, everybody who like can think, far as like in a business, uh, fucking manner, can get a piece of that pie type shit. So it's all bullshit, bro. But you just gotta see through it. I feel like a lot of people ain't gonna really, bro. I'm not gonna lie, like it ain't gonna be. It's gonna like I don't want to say it's gonna be slavery, but it's damn near like slavery. Like The shit is fucked. Like the system is fucked. That's why I just need to be cool, well off, and like I ain't. I don't know. I don't be trying to worry about this shit because like to wake up a mass group of people, you gotta be Jesus. It's only a couple of those in history. Like for real. Yeah.
Now take a sell is because everything correlates with each other.
And this is why I'm on a date on the trading shit because I feel like trading might be the way for me, but I don't know, bro. This shit kind of gambling to me, and I've been on sports bet, bro. We can talk about sports bet too. Supposed to be watching this video, but nigga, this is my channel. And if anybody watch this, nigga, I'm just bored yapping. It's 4:24. I'm sleepy as fuck. I've been outside all day, getting my car fixed and shit. But let's talk about sports betting. I'm damn near done because I had this bet on fucking the dude from the Patriots. His over under was 98 yards. He got 147 yards his last game. I'm like, he not finna get that shit again because all his other ones was like 50 yards, 40 yards. So his boom. I'm like 98. He not getting that shit. Tell me why I had that on my parlay slip. They closed that shit out like. Too many people was about to hit that or some. It was some bullshit. I'm like, I noticed that today. I'm just like, bro, I'm done betting because if they closing good bets so early and they bumped this shit down. His over under went to 75 and he just had like he had 75 one game and that was his second highest and the other one was bullshit 50s and shit. But I'm just like hell no, I'm not betting. I'm not doing this shit because the odds is really against us and it's never gonna change because one thing I noticed when I was betting, I'm like, I know I'm finna hit today. I know I'm finna hit today. That shit ain't happen. Like even if I had secure bets, like bro, if I show you my shit, nigga, I'm missing by one parlay. Like Lonzo Ball, this bitch ass nigga went for over 20 points in assists and shit. But my the thing is, 4 games in a row he went under. But you gotta think like these niggas basketball players, they can go over. But little shit like that, bro. Even if you pick a 3 leg, like this shit ain't guaranteed. It's really bullshit. Like then this dude told me something about like straight bets. If you put in straight bets, that's better. But the way I feel about straight bet, yeah, but that's $100 a bet just to make like a couple bucks, and then if that motherfucker don't hit, you damn near down 100. It's just bullshit. But like any way to triple your money, it seemed like. But Charleston White said something too. He said if you ain't doing that to pay off something, or you ain't doing that to take the money off, then there really ain't no point. And I just feel like shit whenever you hit on FanDuel, how many of us take all the money off and just, or I feel like you do gotta re up, but like, bro, gambling, bro, like I feel like niggas will go damn near one for, bro, I'm damn near 2 for 30, cause two, I won 2 out of 30 fucking times, so that's a 1 in 15 chance every time I bet, like, it's bullshit at the end of the day. But yeah, I had my last little couple dollars on there. I bet that shit. I put 3 bets with $3. Like, but hit it, hit it. If it don't, I'm done. Cause shit, I didn't waste it well over $100 betting. But mind you, I never went in bold betting. Like I had to see the ins and outs of this shit. So this thing, if I was just putting $5 a bet, I'm putting $1 a bet, and I bet it 30 fucking times at one time. But before I was putting dollars a bet, I was putting fives and tens. That's why I got up well over 100. But I lost that little $100. I'm like, man, fuck that. I ain't betting like that no more. But yeah, but Robinhood, I can put in straight bets on teams. Just like I know the Washington Wizards, bro, gonna lose against a great team type shit. But yeah,
So this 1 hour caused the indication. It caused the new low, right? This this 1 hour caused a new low, right? So since we caused the new low, this is our new low too as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag this across. This is our new low as well, but this is our 15-minute time frame. So let's say 15-minute TF. You can even say 5-minute TF. Whichever one you can see it clearly on, right? Whichever one you can see your swings clearly on is the one that you.
and let me talk about something else, crypto. Cause not gonna lie, I'm an investor in crypto. I invest in like it don't matter. I can't really say that on here, but I invest in crypto, and it's bullshit too. I mean, let me not say crypto bullshit because I fuck with crypto. I'm trying to see what the NBA look like? Hold up. Toronto versus Cleveland. Andy versus the Suns. We got ATL versus the Jazz. Damn, Jazz 4-7. I felt like they've been hooping though. And you got Atlanta 7-5. That's crazy. And you got Miami versus New York. Uh, uh, oh no. I think Miami beat New York last time. You got the Nets versus the Magic. Philadelphia versus Detroit. And that's crazy because Detroit is a highly favored, but they are 10-2. I ain't gonna lie, they've been hooping, but I feel like I don't know. I gotta watch their games because I don't feel like that's sustainable. I feel like they do a lot to be that good. You feel me? But I don't know. 72 games, you get wore out type shit. You got the Lakers. You got Portland. Portland, Denver, decent. Houston, decent too, but they ain't doing shit. OKC might win it all again this year. Today, November 14th. I want to say, God damn, it's hella games on today. I don't know what game I'm gonna bet on, but back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is, bruh, to understand Bitcoin, you gotta understand the fiat currency because it's one of the same. It's just different times. Like with this AI bubble and everything going tech, bruh. Bitcoin is it's digital. They be saying digital gold. Yeah, I ain't buying a tech bullshit. Digital gold, my ass. It's trying to like break it down. To me, it's like Bitcoin is just a currency that you use that you buy shit that you really can't buy shit like with cash or you don't want to meet up and buy. Like I feel like it's really just a legal currency, but it do got its benefits because if you want to send some shit like across the seas or another state and shit like that, it's just like uh, uh it's a cryptocurrency, bro. It's just I forgot what they call it, what type of payments they are, but they encrypted payments too. But I'm pretty sure the government can get into that. But my thing about Bitcoin, it's being marketed to where it's like buy this, buy this, buy this, and people don't really know what they buying. They think they buying like a real asset, but the shit ain't real because you feel me? Just because, and the main talking point is no more is being created like money because money more get created, but we still buy into that illusion. My thing is with Bitcoin, yeah, no more can be created, but if this not like I get why the government is trying to put it like as a stable currency while people buying it and shit, but if this not a stable currency, then it's like it's likely to like fall just like anything else. But the thing about Bitcoin and why people buying in this scam because if the government buys majority of fucking Bitcoin, right? That mean they can fully control they like the fiat currency, like the money that we print now, they can fully control fucking Bitcoin. They can fully control that, bro. That's like controlling damn near $1 trillion. Cause like even if all this shit rigged, even the market, it's like market manipulation. Like these politicians know the market going up and shit like that. But if you got a currency like that, and you got the outside world having a maybe a small impact, but it's still having an impact buying into this shit, and you can sink it, make it go up, sink it, make it go up. This shit is like, shit is crazy. It's crazy how fake all this shit is, but yeah. But my thing is, if you, I don't got no problem buying Bitcoin. So if you buy it, just know what the fuck it really is. I wouldn't say it ain't no. I wouldn't say it's really an asset. I feel like if you make 10x off your Bitcoin, sell half and then keep it because it could possibly keep going up. Like you see the government mandates, but I'm not gonna lie. I think our government the only one mandating this shit. I gotta see if China and Russia them adopting this shit because they adopting their own currency with that brick shit. So is it only us that's buying into this fallacy? We'll never know, bro. It's all this shit is bullshit. But let's get in where you fit in. You ain't gotta. Shit, let's get in where you fit in. That's how I feel like shit. Oh, bro.
You can use, right? So
Do I want to talk about gold? We really do got to talk about why the surge of gold is going to the astronomical fucking uh, fucking numbers. Like that gotta be. It's something with gold. I gotta see what gold is like. That's like what is gold used for besides fucking jewelry and shit. Like what's in gold? All right, boom. We about to ask ChatGPT. Um, why is gold like a useful mineral, and what is like the main things as far as like technology that gold goes into, or you know, I ain't gonna be specific because I need to see where it go. It doesn't corrode or rust. Gold always stays the same forever. Its electricity flows through gold, kind of like fucking melanin. Flow through gold. Damn, gold do seem like a highest mineral. All its benefits. It say it's chemically stable, it's soft and easy to shape, extremely conductive, and it doesn't corrode or rust. You can build something out of that. What technology? CPU, GPU connection, SIM card, circuit board connectors, camera sensors. Boom. Technology, gold, CPU conductors. You feel me? Computers, motherboards, boom, RAM. So yeah. So you were talking about this highly sought out mineral that the Earth produces. I'm pretty sure the Earth produces them their unlimited gold. I don't know though. I could research it, but who gives a fuck? Who gonna fact check me? Um, yeah. So that's probably why that shit skyrocketing like that. But it ain't just gold. It's cobalt, all these fucking natural resources, and I really feel like I need to know how the fuck the motherboards and shit work because I had seen a TikTok that was like that shit like magic. Like you feel me? I never really thought about it, but if you look at a motherboard and shit, it kind of do look like some type of. It don't. It look like magic. Like it could be some type of magic shit in there, but I don't know. Yeah,
With this being
we supposed to be
said,
watching
we
stocks
see
and
that
talking
price
about
ends up
fucking brains
failing
and
to make a
focus.
high. So this is our highest point, and then we see price make a lower high, and then a lower high again, and then we have this support right here too that it broke. So not only is price building lower highs, but it's breaking supports on the 15-minute time frame.
And if I was on the 15 minute right here, I would if okay, boom. So cuz this is how I trade. I trade like on I sell more than I buy because it's easier to catch a trend like this. So okay, boom, I'm going to go to this one. So say if it's right here, if it's right here, boom, and it break this sort of resistance and I see that this right here, it's either going to come down here and bounce up or it's going to come close here. So I put the stop loss like right there and maybe if it break that, I go in again because I know it's gonna stop at this point or go down like that. That's the basis of what I feel like my go-to trade is. But I feel like I need to understand this shit too to break it down even more. So let's just go through with the video.
And now it's breaking below the 1 hour time frame. So that gives us enough confluence to enter a sell trade. It gives us enough confluence to enter a sell trade when price starts breaking that level, and then we can put our stop loss here, and then we can target, oops, we can target all the way down here, right? So that's what we're looking for when it comes to trading this way. We're just waiting for that correction to happen, looking at it on the 15-minute time frame, scaling in. Well, you're already on the 15-minute time frame, but when you scale in, you want to find that same bearish structure that you had before. So you're basically looking for ICC, but on a 15-minute time frame. And if once again, if you don't know what ICC is, go back and watch all the other videos. ICC is basically the indication, the correction, and continuation. No, it's not break and retest or supply and demand. No, I'm not trying to make it seem like this is something brand new. This is not brand new. I've just broken it down because I've been trading for 4 years and I've found.
It's the indication, correction, and continuation. So, well, if this is indication, nah, this gotta be the indication, correction, and then it's gotta be the continuation. But my thing is, it's just like, bruh, it's something I mentioned with this stock shit.
Found it best for me to make a 3-step process.
Man, I don't know if this really gonna be about trading because my brain is working right now. Then I think you got Michael Berry talking about he resigning because he don't understand the market no more. They gotta tell you something about maybe if gambling. I feel like, bro, the way gambling changed my whole perspective about all this shit because the way the fuck gambling is fucking rigged. All this shit gotta be rigged, bro. It's bullshit. That's why this you just gotta call bullshit, bro.
Process, or even 4 steps or 5 steps. But I found the less steps that I have, the easier it is for me to get into a trade and be able to profit off that trade. So once again, I'm not saying I'm a freaking philosopher. Oops, excuse me. I'm not saying I'm a philosopher. I'm just telling you this is the best way that I see trading, and it's a simple way for me to be able to get in and understand the markets. So if you want to trade the same way, you can. But if you don't want to trade this way, or if you think it's too simple, or you think it's a joke, or this and that,
Wait.
then you can just leave.
So he trade just like me then, because if this is how I trade, but I be trying to buy too because I watch Wall Street Trapper. He say totally different thing. He said you want to go with the market. It's better to go with the market. But I'm like, bro, my brain works at like this. Like I know that if this motherfucker going down, it's gonna break either at right here or continue right there. But I know if I get it to right here, and it's like it's gonna go down right there. This is my retest. So I guess once it break down this level right and it go down even more, this could be all my profit margin right here. And I know to get in probably if it start going up because it broke the trend. I think that's what you call it, the trend. And cause I be trying to get profit both ways. I ain't gonna lie, like yeah.
But yeah, so this is the way that I take my entries. All I'm doing is scaling down, seeing if I can find some kind of, extra confluence of price doing the same thing that I'm looking for. So if I'm looking for sales, I need to see all the time frames line up with each other. So if I'm seeing sales on the 1 hour, so that means that new low. This new low also means like wherever this new low was coming from. So that indication part, this is where your sell entry should be. So if price is still correcting up, let it correct up. And as it's correcting up, just monitor it on the 15-minute time frame. So I'm gonna show you a prime example. Gonna be an example of how I used.
Oh, so he don't even go in where I be going in at. Like this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like if I would have seen this, I probably would have got in right here because I know for sure it would at least went to right here. Like that's the thing. I don't be knowing where to set my stop loss, but I know for sure that it's gonna be right here for sure. But I notice these little U's too. I love these type of structures.
Time frames to my advantage, and how you can basically, overall help you with your entries and basically knowing where.
Even with these structures right here, if they open it, if they close and open it around the same thing, that bar is gonna go like, it's gonna do this shit like this, bro. Cause like, look at that. It's for trading. I don't know how I blew my. I know how I blew my account. I was just bullshitting.
You need to be in the markets. So first, we're gonna start by looking at the fact that price made this indication right here. So price is on an indication right now. We can see on the 1 hour time frame that it is breaking above a swing high. So overall, these are my swing highs. Let's go ahead and make this blue to. All right, so we have our swing highs right here. And since we have our swing highs here, we know that there are sellers pushing the market down at this level. So since we know that above this level, this is telling us buyers are taking control anywhere above this level until it finds a level of sellers. Now, how do we know when the level of sellers are here, right? How do we know when that is here? So once we start seeing that price is making some rejections, what we're gonna do is we're gonna now say, hey, let me jump on to that 15-minute time frame. So when price is making a new high, so as price is going up and you see that it's a new high, so you see it's breaking swing highs, then you need to go ahead and just scale into that 15-minute time frame so you can already see when the correction is happening, because the correction could happen pretty fast, it can happen pretty slow, but you always want to keep note. So what you want to do is keep marking your highs. Every time you see price keep making a little bit of highs throughout the session, keep marking them. So this one only kind of did it once, and then it kind of just went up the whole session. So then we can see that price gets to this level and then it starts making a fall. It ends up holding, so it ends up stalling for a little bit, and then we can see price makes a support but ends up breaking it again. So this is letting us know that price is still on a downtrend on a 15-minute time frame, right? So remember also as well, we're looking for buy.
And then, okay, listen, because I'll be watching hella podcasts, I'm learning, I like, the shit starting to click. Because, like, you see this fucking thing, in my head, I'm like, okay, the buyers was in control at the end of this because of this thing. But it let it go all the way down here, and the buyers still took it back, and it didn't close out strong, though. It didn't close out strong. So that's telling me that okay, the seller's finna gain control because of how it closed out because it ain't no wick at the top of this shit. You feel me? So I might be learning some shit.
Nice. So all we're doing is waiting for the structure to change back bullish, right? So here we have a lower high. So that means as long as price is still under here, price is still considered bearish, right? So continue.
Wait,
and then we can.
He said as long as price still under there. Ah, still bearish. All right. Okay.
See that price still makes more lower highs.
I gotta look at a chart after this because it should be making sense. I look at a chart, brain just question marks. I'm like, what the fuck?
Support that ends up being broken, so price is still on a downtrend. And as we continue, we can see that price once again still breaking support, not going over the lower high. So we still have this. So once again, we still have more supports being broken. Price is still going down. So let's wait until, okay, boom. Now we have price make this low. We can see here that price pushed up. So from this low, buyers kicked in a little bit, tried to push price up, and it failed to do so. So this is another lower high, right? So since we have this lower high here, we can even scale down to that 5-minute time frame if need be. So since we have this lower high here, and you can even see here, since we have this, I don't know what that was. Since we have this lower high here, I'm gonna go back to the 15, but since we have the lower high here, we now can see that price has this support. Same on that 5-minute time frame, we can see that price was holding this support. We're above so remember, once again, we're above that level where bullish potential push price up anyways. So now we're just looking for price to change trends. So remember, if price is breaking above a lower high, this is letting us know that there are no sellers to keep the market down. So remember, this is our lower high. This is our lower high. This is our lower high, lower high. Notice how when price buys up, it hits that lower high, sells. Hits that lower high, sells. Hits that lower high, sells. This whole time price was fighting between buyers and sellers. Sellers kept control. Boom, sells. And then price makes a lower high, sells. Now price buys up above the lower high. So now we're going to think in the mindset of, okay, price is now back above this lower high. This lets me know that price is becoming bullish. We can see rejections to the downside too as well. So now I feel comfortable with being able to take a trade because we are above that 1 hour resistance level, and then we are seeing
all the other factors though. Like I get it to the point where he just lost me like 30 seconds ago, because it's like I would have been took a trade right here type shit, but he's saying you wait till it rejects to go back to a bullish market. But I'm like, bruh, I don't got all day, and they got to get off at 6 o'clock. Like, signals coming in at 6, other signals coming in at 9. I'd be passed out, bruh. But I don't know.
That on this 15-minute time frame, the trend is starting to change back.
And he on the 15 to indicate. But he probably going to switch back to the... You got to switch back, because the 15... It depends on how you trading, though. Because he going all the way down... Okay, so... Yeah, he don't go to a 5 or... Okay, so I guess.
Even then, we can say target here, and then overall scale out to that 1 hour time frame, and then target this overall, because this is where everything started in the first place. This is our new high. Maybe. This was our swing high. Price went on a correction. So if we go to the 4 hour time frame, we can see that this was a whole indication for the 4 hour time frame. So this was a whole trend for the 4 hour time frame, and then we had a correction, and then we scaled from the four. So let's say we scaled from the 4 hour, seen this indication, then we see that price ended up correcting. Once it corrected, we then scaled down to a 1 hour time frame. So now we keep it in our
I
head.
think it's his terminology because that's the only thing I'm not really getting because he's saying we seen the indication. Like this can't be called an indication because like in my brain, indication is something like. Let me just try to break this shit down because the indication is something that you see and it's like. I feel like we should go like correction and then that's the indication to. Nah, I don't
It's,
know.
oh, the 4 hour is bullish because it has a new high. So all we're doing now is waiting for the 1 hour to go back bullish, which then it did. So then the 1 hour went back bullish because we can.
So 4 hours to look at the trend, 1 hour to see if it's the to see if it broke the trend. I mean, if it breaks the trend in 1 hour. I mean, let's see what the fuck you just did, cause I'm getting confused, bro. That's too much information.
So all we're doing now is waiting for the 1 hour to go back bullish, which then it did. So then the 1 hour went back bullish because we can see price sold off here, made a support, right? So one made a support. And this is for the 4 hour, right? 4 hour makes a new high, sells off. We're looking at the 1 hour. We see that the 1 hour made a support, tried to come up, made a resistance. Sellers are.
That's my thing though. Like sellers took control of this just to bring it back up, right? Then I guess this would be the indication of what it's finna do, and boom, and then this is the correction. So I feel like he just labeling it on a bigger scale. That's all it is. Like I'm thinking too small about the shit. He did it in his video. He do say longevity, longevity, longevity. So I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I get it. I get it. I wonder. Huh. Let's see.
Sitting at this level. So now since we know sellers are.
Cause that's the type of trader I trade on a 1 and a 5 minute because it's just like, bro, I'm trying to get some money right now. I don't even. I can't sit up for a whole hour and just look at the screen, but I really don't want to do that shit. Even though you're gonna have to do it anyway, because trading just requires that shit. But
Sitting at
I'm gonna
this
try
level,
this way
we
though.
know that this is the level that price needs to
Oh
break
shit.
above. It ends up selling, new low, comes back up to this resistance, sellers kick in. Sellers try to kick in, but it's out of session, right? Notice how at the end of this session, price starts to buy up super strong at the end of the session. That's what price did this time. Price ended up finishing off what it started from yesterday, right? So all this right here is fake news. Fake, it's just fake volume. You want to normally trade around two hours most. If you want to trade out of session, try to trade around like 6.
This girl that said finally out of prison. What the fuck? What did you go to jail for? And she on a ban. Bro, what the hell?
6 if you're trading Nasdaq, maybe 6, 7, but you really just want to be careful and trade that 930. Trade out of session, try to trade around like 6 if you're trading Nasdaq from yesterday, right? So all this right here is fake news. Fake, it's just fake volume. You want to normally trade around two hours most. If you want to trade out of session, try to trade around like 6 if you're trading Nasdaq, maybe 6, 7, but you really just want to be careful and trade that 9:30, 8 o'clock. Those are the times you really just kind of want to be in the markets. But overall, just stay away from trading the fake volume. So with this being said, we can see that price finishes off and becomes bullish. So now the 1 hour is aligning with the 4 hour. So the 4 hour is bullish. It ended up correcting. Now the 1 hour is back bullish. all we do is scale down to a 15-minute time frame, even a 5-minute time frame, and wait for the 15-minute time frame to align with the same bullish pattern. So remember, that 4 hour was correcting. What did we
My only thing about this, but how many trades could you possibly get waiting for the 4 hour and 1 hour and 15 to like, you know?
do? We scaled to the 1 hour
I'm gonna have to see.
and we waited for the 1 hour to go bullish. Now we're on the one
So
hour.
all I need is the 30, 15, and maybe and the 1 minute to correct. So I guess it's the same shit.
The 1 hour goes bullish, so our indication
And
starts
sometimes
here.
I trade
And
even if the 30 don't even look right, but if the 1 hour look like it's uh like red, then I mean bullish, no bearish. I fucking sell. That's all I do is sell, bro.
ends up correcting here. What do we do now? Since it's correcting, what do? We scale to the 15-minute time frame. So same thing. 4 hour made a new high and it started correcting. So we went to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame made a new high. So now we scale to the 15-minute time frame and we look for that entry. 15-minute time frame goes bullish. So then we know it's above that it's above that 1 hour time frame. And if you want to be safe, you can also use that 4 hour time frame. So above this level, you can even place a position here too as well, because it's above that 4 hour level. First, look for this target because that is where the initial indication started. But overall, you want to target that 4 hour high. So go back up and target that 4 hour high, because whenever you're buying price, you always want to take your buys to the sellers. Like I said in my live the other day, normally whenever you're trading, let me see, make sure I'm good. All right. So normally when you're trading, you want to think about it like this. You're not so if you have an iPhone, right? So if you have an iPhone and you're trying to sell it, let's say you have an iPhone 16, you don't want to sell your.
I would get out right here, around this, because you know. But I guess to take huge profits, I'm a short seller like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a sniper. That's why I try to call myself losing like a motherfucker. But I am a sniper.
iPhone 16 to somebody who already has an iPhone 16. You're going to sell it to somebody that doesn't have an iPhone 16 because they're looking to buy it. So same thing with your trades. You're not going to take your buys to somebody who already has buys. You're going to take your buys to sellers. And if you're a seller, you're going to take your sells to a buyer because they're looking to buy your sells. So just, go rewatch my YouTube live that I did the other day if it doesn't make
sense though, because you take me to the buyers. That's why it's shit all the way up here. This is where they. So sales control are like, all right, boom, 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 bitch ass nigga, we ain't get you over this mark, basically. So they like, okay, this is where they said, fuck all that shit, nigga. Okay. It said, nigga,
sense because I went more in depth. So this is our
beefing. They be beefing about who control this motherfucker.
Setup, and this is how we correlated all the time frames together and used it to our advantage to be able to place these trades. And then overall, we're going to look for that volume to kick in. So once again, that volume, as you can see, New York session came in and everything is following with the volume. And then long term, we're going to look for,
I think it's New York, London, and some other shit. I don't know.
Price to get to that level. Oops. Yeah, it can just play through. It's okay if it plays through.
I gotta get my emotional fucking shit up to where I can let this happen. Cause after I seen this and it go down a little bit, I'm out to trade. Don't even count me in no more, bro.
But yeah, so overall, we're just looking for price to target these highs, and we're looking for that move itself. And as we can see, we get there. All right. So with that being said, that is basically how time frames work. So if you guys have any questions, let me. Oops.
But
yeah, it can just play through.
Swing trade then, because 6, 12, 18, 4. Yeah, because this is okay. He got. Look at this. This shit happened June 1st, probably. It don't got a date right here. And this is second. When he marking all this shit. June 3rd. So you telling me these niggas set up for days in advance?
It's okay if it plays there. But yeah, so overall, we're just looking for.
I'm gonna have to look that up, but that's trades by Sci. Hopefully, I got some intel. We go watch. Oh, watch this one. What time is it? I look. You want to go hoop? Hmm. Damn. I don't know what I'm finna do. But that's the end of the video.